We're going to look at a riff now by the band Poison, which has got the major and minor third available in it. It's based on basically the major blues scale, and it has A, C, and C sharp. That will give you the minor third, major third. And the riff should sound something like this. Now let's break that down and see exactly what's happening inside there. I'm going to zoom in now more into my fretting hand because that's where all the fun happens. And the riff, if you've got your tablature, your PDF printed out in front of you, should start with the open A string. And then we're going to do a quick succession of hammer-ons after picking the 3rd fret, hammering on the 4th, and hammering on the 7th. So it's a nice big stretch there, you can see that. Okay. Get the pinky nice and stretched there. So it's pick, pick, and then hammer, hammer. After that, you drop down a string to fret 4, and you finish it off on the 4th string, 4, 7. And then I'd use a hammer-on for that as well. So one more time, super slow motion. And then at speed. And the second part in the second bar starts with what looks like a pentatonic phrase, but isn't really, because there is a semitone hiding inside there, I'll say nana. And it starts off, pick the 4 on the 3rd string, pull off, onto the next string, 4th string, pick the 4, onto the 2, onto the 0, so you've got repetition there, onto the 4th fret of the 5th string, and back into the note A. So you want that A running through the whole way through, setting the flavor, setting the tonality of the piece. So you're starting with the A, ending on the A, ending on the A, and then after that he goes to a D sus4, which is D with the pinky added, and he goes. And also for the song as well, it will work on acoustic, but I think this one will be definitely time to hold out the electric guitars, put a bit of light overdrive or very light gain on it as well, light distortion, and you'll get the correct tone. Now, we mentioned that it's got the minor third and the major third, and that is with respect to the note A. And if we think of the A minor pentatonic scale, which I know everybody knows by now, it goes like this. And here we'll see the note A. This is C. You can hear it's the same 2 notes as the opening of the riff you just did. Now the next note, that's the confusing one, because that shouldn't be there, because in the pentatonic it goes to D, not to the C sharp. But this note here, if we play the A major blues scale, which is what I want to study today, would sound like this slow motion. I'm going to play through the A major blues scale. Not that often used, but as you can hear, the effect of that note works really well with the major and minor. Here we go. Fret 5 for the note A, major blues coming up. Fret 8, onto the next string, 4, 5, 7, and there we have the characteristic major note. So it's actually still a minor scale, but it's got the major note added. Okay, and then you continue into the next octave, so you're up to fret number 5 on the 3rd string. Got a nice chromatic run, fret 6, fret 7, all on the 3rd string, and you continue. Now you'll notice for that last note there, that it would normally be the C for the pentatonic. I'm actually using my ring finger, finger 3. That lets me put that C sharp inside there, if I want to do that. Gives a nice sound there. Nice way to get a difference to the blues vibe. Now another use of the major blues scale, something sort of Chuck Berry, so quite a bit different from Poison. And you can also end differently. Same riff, but importantly, let's break it down and see this major third note kicking in again against the minor third. Starting off on fret 5 again, because we're playing from A as your tonic, your root note. Double flick on strings 1 and 2. And then you go to fret 7, all on the 3rd string. Fret 5, this is the C. Fret 6 and the C sharp. So once more again, you can see minor third, major third. So slow motion again slowly. and you finish on the note A, giving the tonic or the tonality of the chord that you're trying to imply as well. So one more time, major blues scale, take it through with me on the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get a very interesting sounding scale. It's not often used, and I think maybe, and this is an opinion, not a fact, I think guitarists often avoid the scale because if you do the C sharp here, it's quite a big stretch, and that's actually what they're using for the Unskinny Bop riff again, getting back to that. But that is a quite wide, unpleasant stretch for starters. So I think the scale is not that user friendly, maybe from a physical point of view, or from a tone point of view. Sounds pretty cool, especially if you included the minor blues scale there. So what I did there was I started off, added the minor blues flattened fifth onto the normal pentatonic, and resolved onto the major third over here. Gives quite a nice sound, especially if you're playing sort of a typical rock and roll blues. If you do this, and then that served quite nicely as a lead to the D chord for the D chord over here, for example. So it's a lot of uses for the scale if we're aware of where we can use it, when we can use it. And just to summarize one more time, remember, both major and minor blues have one thing in common, and they both have the minor pentatonic as their basic foundation, their basic structure. The minor blues has the flattened fifth, that note, and the major blues has the major third included in the minor scale. There it is, there it is, and there it is again on the third octave. So I hope you enjoy the major blues scale. It works really, really well. Get it going, learn the riff on Unskinny Bop. It's a really cool one. It's nice for the speed, nice technique for the pinky as well. And then try and think of other songs that maybe use the major blues riff as well. There are quite a few lurking around. I'm going to give you an idea of just one more, for example. I'm sure you might recognize this riff. And then it goes on further. And here you can see that song Pretty Woman by Roy Orbison starts with the E this time. So the major blues note is on here. And there's the slide from the flattened third, the minor third, flattened third, major third, fifth, and then onto the seventh. So this is actually an arpeggio capitalizing on the minor third, major third combination as well. So one more time slowly for those that maybe don't know the riff. I haven't got this on the tab, but it's just a bit of an extra. Play through it twice, and then you add on the extra notes. Here we go. And that's all for now. I hope you have a really cool week. Try and find out a nice major blues guitar riff as well and send it to me. Quite nice to see what you come up with. And any questions, drop me a WhatsApp. Otherwise, have an awesome day. Thank you.